else. And if you remember last week, I don't use music. So it's just going to be, you'll hear my voice. Hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice pretty easily through the mic. Okay. I'm going to change the screen around, but mat, loop bands, we've got 30 minutes for some basic exercises. We'll add a little more challenge on than last week. Gradually, we'll do that kind of every week until I get us where we want us to be, right? And then we can add some really fun stuff in, okay? So we'll do a little more hip work today, a little more butt work, definitely some abs. We'll warm up for about 5 to 7 minutes, somewhere in that range. And I shouldn't say warm up, just to get your body kind of acclimated to what's coming next with the more challenging movements. I know Lori, it looks like Lori's still connecting to audio. You're like, wait for a second, see what happens there. Okay. All right. So far, so good. 1 minute in. So come on down to the ground, and all you'll need, as I said earlier, is the loop band. And we're starting in a kneeling position today. So let's see where I am. And let me know if you can't hear me or anything's wrong. I see Lori still trying to get in. I feel bad. I always feel bad when someone's trying to get in and they can't. All right. So you are kneeling in a quadruped position, and this should be pretty familiar for those of you who take core with me. Your knees are directly under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders, and your fingers will be a little in front of your shoulders. Good so far. All right, so first, just shift your weight back into your hips, into your knees, and then shift forward. And as you do that, feel your abdominals pulling up and your shoulders moving away from your ears. Let's do this 3 more times. So shift back and shift forward. Now let's add a little breathing to this. So inhale, come back, and then exhale, come forward. Inhale in through your nose, and then exhale as you come forward through your mouth. Try it 1 more time. Inhale, and then exhale, come back. And let me know if there's any issues you can't hear me. Now, adding on a little, in yoga, we call it cat and cow. So stay right here, press your shoulders away from your ears. Tailbone comes under, we're rounding our back, looking up at our navel. Shoulders pull away from the ears, and then lift your head first until you arch your back slightly without your rib cage popping open. So the ribs always stay closed. So let's try that again. So exhale, tail comes under towards the head, and then inhale, lift the head and the back of the head toward the tail. Good. Who's like, I don't have a tail. All right, pretend you do. Exhale, tailbone under. So you're flexing your spine, rounding your back, shoulders away from the ears, and then inhale, lift your head and lengthen out from your head to your tail. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Let's do that 3 more times. So exhale, tail to head. Exhale, 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 pull your abdominals up, and then inhale, lift your head. So you're arching your back, but keeping the ribs closed. That's kind of important with Pilates. 1 more time, exhale, tail to head. Inhale, come up head first. So you're arching, shoulders away from the ears, and then come back to your neutral position as you exhale and shake out your wrists. Press your arms into the ground, step back with 1 foot into your one-legged plank. Good. Now step back with the other foot. Press your weight into your heels. Easy, easy so far. Now, as you inhale, point your feet and shift your weight into your hands. And then exhale, shift your weight back so you're stretching your calves. Very small movement. Inhale, shift forward, pull up from your abdominals, and then exhale, shift back. Push the ground away from you. You're looking at your fingers. Squeeze your butt. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. 1 more time to take pressure off the wrists. Inhale, shift forward, and then exhale, shift back. And then drop your knees back to the floor. Shake out your wrists. Reach your left arm out in front of you. Good. And then reach your right leg behind you. Good. Thumb points up. Shoulders away from wrist. So inhale, prepare right here. Look at your hand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach back out. So now you can see you're flexing your spine. So exhale, elbow to knee. Look at your hand or look at your knee, and then reach back out as you inhale. Try this 2 more times, one side. So exhale, flex. Inhale, lengthen, scooping, reaching, straighten your leg. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, thumb points up, and then bring your hands back to center. Shake out your wrist, because I know that wrist was working a little harder. The one on the ground. Other side. Other arm, opposite leg. Press the ground away from you. Inhale, hold. Now exhale, elbow to knee, flex, flex, flex. The exhale, especially through your mouth, will help you to engage your abdominals. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, flex. Inhale, lengthen. And as you inhale, it'll help you to get your spine longer. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more times. Exhale. And then inhale, lengthen, reach out and straighten your leg. Last one. Exhale, flex, look at your knee. Inhale, lengthen, and then pull your hands back to center and shake out your hands. Now curl your toes under. Now this time keep your spine long. Shift your weight back into your heels. Yep, you just did it a few moments ago. Then shift forward onto your wrists. It's going to be very small. So here we go. Shift back. There's your inhale. Now exhale, shift forward and float your knees off the floor an inch. Drop your knees down. Here is your inhale. Exhale, shift forward, lift your knees. So brace, push the floor away from you. 3 more times. Inhale, knees down. Toes are curled under. Exhale, flex and lift your knees. Just float them off the floor. 2 more times. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, shift forward, scoop. 1 more time. Inhale, shift back. And then exhale, shift forward, push the ground away from you, and then flip yourself over onto your back. Whose front of the body's warm now? Good. All right. So turn over. And you're lying on your back. And you don't need any equipment just yet. We just got a couple more to do here. So this time, start with your feet together, knees bent, arms beside your body, palms down, and then open just your heels and then open your toes. So notice I just opened my heels, so I'm internally rotated at the femur, and then I open the toes, so now I'm parallel. So now your heels will line up with your sit bones for your bridge, or what we call hip roll. So press down onto the floor with your arms, pull your rib cage down, inhale, scoop. So lift your pelvic floor, flatten your abdominals, then exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. So you're rolling up into bridge, which we will be doing later. Now you're squeezing your butt, lifting your pubic bone. Inhale, reach through your fingertips, chin is tucked. Exhale, roll down rib cage, lower back, sacrum, and then glutes. And if you need an extra breath at any point, take it. Inhale at the bottom, scoop. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. Make sure your knees stay aligned with your hips. Try to form a straight line from your knees to your hips to your ribs. Inhale, stay here. Arms are long, and then exhale. Control your movement on the way down, sinking into your abdominals. Your butt touches the floor last. Tuck your chin. You have 3 more of these. Inhale at the bottom. Then exhale, squeeze your butt, peel your hips off the floor, press into your toes, your heels, press into your palms. Inhale, stay at the top. Feel your glutes opening your hips. Then exhale, roll down rib cage, lower back, sacrum, then butt. 2 more of these. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll up. We just do like 5 at the most. Good. Inhale, stay here, chin is tucked. Good. Feel your legs lengthening out in front. Then exhale, roll down ribs, lower back, sacrum, then your butt, so your glutes stay turned on the whole way. And 1 more time. Inhale, scoop at the bottom. Exhale, roll yourself up. Now stay at the top. Good. So inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling. And then exhale, reach your arms back behind you without moving your hips. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, reach your arms back. Keep your hips lifted. Good. Inhale, arms up. Who's like, okay, my glutes are on fire now. Exhale, reach back. Press into your toes and your heels. Good. Inhale, reach up. Rib cage stays closed. Exhale, reach back. Thumbs reaching toward the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. 1 more time. Reach back. There is your exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, arms up, shoulder blades on the floor. Lower your arms to the floor as you exhale. Can you lift your hips back up? Inhale. And then exhale, roll down. Who's like, my glutes are on fire now. I'm squeezing for all of you, by the way. All right, shake out your legs. We have a little abs curl. So we're moving on to some of the exercises that are a bit more challenging. And if you can't hear me or something's wrong, just unmute yourself and let me know. So chin is tucked, palms are down. Inhale, scoop. As you exhale, tuck your chin. Heel your head, your shoulders, and then your arms off the floor. So you're moving into your abs curl. Now notice where my arms are. They're right next to my hips. My rib cage is down, though my shoulder blades are up. So I'm not over lifting. I want the abs flat below the navel. Inhale into the back of your ribs, not your belly. Pretend you're pressing your hands into something. Chin is tucked, hands are cupped. And then exhale, place your hands down, then roll your elbows, your shoulders, and your head back to the floor. Scoop, so you want all of this braced. We have 4 more of those. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck your chin, peel your head, your shoulders off the floor. Now pretend someone's pulling your shoulders toward the ground, away from the ceiling. So the shoulders move down. Inhale, stay here, not into your belly, but breathe into your ribs, fingers together. Then exhale, lower your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, and your head back to the ground. 3 more. Inhale, scoop. Don't forget your abs, pelvic floor. As you exhale, tuck your chin, roll up without letting your belly pop up. Open your chest, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Place your fingers on the floor. After you inhale and then exhale, roll your shoulders down one vertebrae at a time. Yes, and your neck will start to work. If the neck bothers you, place a hand behind your head. Good. Inhale again. Scoop. Exhale, tuck your chin, peel your head, your shoulders off the floor. So what that could look like is just this. Good. Keep reaching with one hand. So one hand is still reaching toward the ankles. Inhale, breathe into your back, not your belly. Exhale, fingers down, elbows down, shoulders, and then your head. And your last one before 100. So inhale, scoop. As you exhale, tuck your chin, roll yourself up. Good. So you're looking at your body. Inhale, stay here, abs are flat. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Create space between your ears and shoulders. And then exhale, look your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, and your head to the floor. All right, 100. Who's so excited? So stay on the ground where you are. So 100 is, if you remember from last week, is where we pulse the shoulders and the arms together. And the movement is only about 6 to 8 inches. So when you just did that abs curl, your arms are moving in the same place where your arms were just a moment ago. And now we coordinate our inhale through the nose for 5 and exhale through the mouth for 5 with the arms. Okay. So we'll modify the movement again today, and then gradually we'll start to add some challenge. So bring your knees only to tabletop. And if your neck starts to bother you, you can always drop your head to the floor. So if you haven't done it before, let me just give you a quick little heads up. It looks in a that's the movement. So you're inhaling through your nose for 5, inflating a balloon, and exhaling through your mouth for 5, deflating the balloon. All right, knees together, rib cage down, abs are flat, arms beside your body. First, inhale, prepare. Squeeze your legs together. As you exhale, heel your head and shoulders off the floor, just like you did for abs curl. Fingers together, thumbs together, hands cupped, arms are long. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, pressing your arms down into water. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, only moving your arms, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, squeeze your legs together tighter. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, only from the shoulder, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale through your nose, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more times, inflating the balloon, and exhale, deflating the balloon. One more time, inhale, breathing into your ribs, abs are flat, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, hold your body up, look at your body, and see if you can lift your shoulders a bit higher. And then exhale, lower your shoulders, your feet, and your head to the ground. Who's like, I'm done? Good. All right, so hopefully you felt everything. Your body got warmer. I know most of you are already warm. So now go ahead and sit up, and we'll do some abs curls, but you need your loop band for this next round. Just checking out the time. Yeah, it's like 15 minutes. You're like, oh my gosh, 14 minutes down. So put the band around the tops of your knees. Wiggle it up. I've got a nice tight one. Okay. And on this, and then I'll let you look at my feet. Feet are open sit bones distance. So instead of feet together, knees open, everything should line up. So you're keeping some tension on your hips. Now, if you've got a bigger band, just open your feet a little wider, but you still want to maintain that alignment. Okay. So I'll turn sideways so you can see me from the side. Sit up as tall as you can. Arms come out in front of you. So body is as vertical as you can get it. Take your feet farther away if you need to. Toes stay on the ground. So inhale, grow taller. Then exhale, press into the band a little and sink back into a C curve. Now your toes stay down. Good. Inhale, grow taller again. Keep pressing into the band. Exhale, sink back into your abdominals. Toes are down. Abs are pulled in. You're in a C curve. Pretend you're pressing down into something. Inhale, grow taller again on top of your sit bones. Keep pressing into the band. Exhale, sink back. We are adding on today. Fingers together. Eyes are level. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. Now, one more time. Exhale, sink back. Good. Keep pressing into your band, toes down. Now, this time, inhale, stay here. Hold. As you exhale, the arm closest to me, rotate that arm to the front of the room, palm to the ceiling, and reach back with your arm without changing your C curve. Anybody feel this? So one arm is resting and not resting, but right over the same knee, and the other arm is reaching behind you. Look at your hands, sink back more. Now inhale, come back to center, but stay in your C curve. Now ready? Switch arms. So exhale, rotate, 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 sink back farther. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Sink into your C curve. Exhale, twist back to the first side. Stay back in your C curve. Keep reaching with your hand. Inhale back to center. Other side. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Turn your palm to the ceiling. Look at your hand. Inhale back to center. One more time, both sides. Reset your C curve. Exhale, rotate. That's it. So you're almost sinking back. More toes stay down. Inhale, center. Keep tension on the band. Last one. Exhale, rotate. Rotate. Flatten your abdominals. Engage your pelvic floor. Inhale. Come back to center. Good. Who's good? Stay here once. Good. Now inhale. Grow as tall as you can and drop your arms down. Who's like, okay, that was hard. Now take the band around your feet. So slide your band down for single leg stretch and crisscross. So all things you've done, at least with me, with some class with the band. So lay on your back, no head first, no arms yet. Okay. So just have the band around your feet, not your ankles. Your knees are close to tabletop. Your rib cage is down. Your arms stay on the floor. All right. So inhale, stay here. As you exhale, press one foot toward the middle of your wall and pull the other knee toward your chest. Rib cage down. Good. Inhale, come back to center, hold. Switch to the other leg. Exhale, reach out. So it's a push and a pull. Good. Hips are square, legs are parallel. Inhale, back to center. Again, exhale, switch legs again. Pull one knee in towards your rib cage. One leg goes out. Inhale, back to center. One more time, other side. Exhale, reach. And inhale. Now a little bit more rhythmic. Here we go. So exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull one knee in. Inhale, come back to center, bracing. Exhale, reach out. And then inhale, back to center. Hold. Now lace your fingers and let your head rest on your fingertips. And then peel your head and shoulders off the floor. Same thing, but now your shoulders are up. Ready? So exhale, reach one leg out. Keep your legs parallel. Inhale, come back to center. Tension on the band laterally. Exhale, reach out. Pull one knee in toward your nose. Inhale, come back to center. Are your shoulder blades up? One more time. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Switch legs. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Now keep your shoulders up. Let's make that a little more rhythmic. So exhale and inhale and exhale, reach and inhale, scoop. Exhale, elbows open. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Try to get your legs straight. Inhale. Exhale, two more times. Inhale, last one. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center, and then roll yourself back down to the ground. Keep your feet up though. Who's like, oh no. All right. So we're adding on to with your crisscross. So no legs, but you want to keep tension on the band. So lace your fingers. Head goes on top of your fingers. Roll your shoulders up. Now keep tension in the band. So just press into your feet so your knees line up with your ankles. Shoulders are up. So inhale, stay in the middle, shoulders up. As you exhale, twist your chest and your face towards me or towards the camera or in one direction. Now stretch the band, keep weight on both hips. Inhale, come up to center. Ready, twist other direction. Exhale, reach back with your bottom elbow. Keep tension on the band. Inhale, come up to center. Now a little more rhythmic. Here we go. So exhale, twist. Inhale, center, hips are down. Exhale, reach down with your elbow. Inhale, up to center, elbows open. Exhale, twist. Tension on the band. Inhale, center, scoop. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, come up to center. One more time each direction. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center, stay up. Exhale, last one, twist. Inhale, center, and then roll yourself down as you exhale. Who's like, those were awful? Who's like, I'm feeling good though. Okay. So now take the band back around your ankles. We're going to keep them there for just a moment. We'll do one more ab exercise here. Okay. So just around your ankles. So some tension on the band, just a little. Okay. So take your hands on the outsides of your shins. This is a tough one. Now, the goal is to keep your head up and move your arms and your legs without moving your head and shoulders. So first, inhale, scoop. So stabilize through your spine. As you exhale, roll your head and shoulders up. So look at your body. And if you need a hand behind your head, you can always do that. Good. Now keep tension on the band. So first, inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling. You're still looking at your legs. You can still see your arms. Exhale, touch your shins. Try that again. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. And then exhale, hands back to shins. Two more times. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Good. Scoop. Exhale, hands back to shins. One more. Inhale, arms up. Look at your body. Exhale, hands back to shins and roll your shoulders down. Good. All right. Now just the legs. Arms down. Send your legs diagonally away from you without letting your belly pop. Stretch the band and then pull your knees back in. Now add your breath. So inhale, reach out. Scoop. That's the hard piece. Chin is tucked. Pull your legs back in as you exhale. Inhale, reach out. We're not doing many. Pull your knees back in, back to tabletop. 2 more times. Inhale, reach out, scoop, and then pull back in. Is your chin still tucked? Is your back down? Last time. Inhale, reach out, stretch the band, and then exhale, pull back in. Now we put all that together. You're like, what? Okay, hands come to your shins. Tuck your chin, inhale, prepare, stretch the band. Exhale, roll your shoulders up. Now your arms go up to the ceiling and your legs go out at the same time. So inhale right here, arms to the ceiling, exhale, pull back in. That's it. Inhale, arms go up, and the knees come back in as you exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, scoop, look at your body, head stays up. Exhale, good. And you can drop your head to the ground if you need to. Good, reach out, inhale, arms only to the ceiling, pull back in. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, pull in, and lower your shoulders and head back to the ground. Who's like, those were horrible? I know. All right. So now move your band up around the tops of your knees, the bottoms of your femurs, thighs. Okay. So a little more glute work, glute max, glute medius. So start with your legs together, feet together, just as a reference, and then open your heels and open your toes. And I do that just to get your legs parallel and your feet lined up with your sit bones. And we did this on the warm up. So palms down, inhale. As you exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. So your feet are far enough away from you that you don't feel your knees, but not so far away that you only feel your hamstrings. So we're trying to find that place that your feet are level on the floor. Now inhale, stay here at the top. Find that straight line from your knees to your hips to your ribs. Stretch the band a bit, and then exhale, roll down, rib cage, lower back, sacrum, and then your butt. We'll do that 5 times. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, squeeze your butt, roll up. Everything is slow in Pilates. That's the best piece. Good. Chin is tucked. Inhale, stay here, palms down. And then exhale, roll down. Keep tension on the band and make sure your butt touches the floor last. Good. 3 more times. Inhale at the bottom first. Chin is tucked, palms down. Exhale, peel your hips off the floor. Find your butt. Lift your pubic bone higher than your navel. Rib cage closed. Inhale, stay at the top. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. 2 more to go. I know, only 5. Inhale. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. There's more coming. Stay there. Try to get that straight line. Lift your hips a drop higher without the ribs opening. Palms down. And then exhale, roll down ribs, sacrum, butt. Last one, and then we stay up. Inhale. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. Try to find that straight line. Now we add on. Inhale, stay here. As you exhale, open both knees an inch. Good. Inhale, close your legs or bring your legs back to parallel. So exhale, open. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, open, chin is tucked, and then close. Keep your hips lifted. You've got 5 open and close. 4 open. It's very small. Back to your foot centered. 3 open. Good, and close. 2 more times. Chin is tucked. So don't forget your posture. Last one. Open, close, lift your hips back up. Stay here, inhale, and then exhale. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Did anybody feel that? A little bit. Who felt it a little? Okay. So rolling over onto one side so we get some hips today. I was like, oh, thank you. So move your, actually take your band off. You can take your band off for these. So we didn't do these last week. Any hip work because we didn't have time. We'll get to both sides and that should almost take us to the end. So you're kneeling. This is it so far. Okay. Outside leg farthest from you. That leg comes out to the side. Now this leg is vertical. This leg points out to the side. So instead of being in front of you, you want it directly to the side. Now here is the hard part. You have to pop, I say pop, but you've got to drive your hip over toward the straight side. So you're almost forming a straight line from your head all the way to your hip. You're like, where are we going with this? Then your hand plants down on the ground. Now we want to try to get this knee, this femur, so that it's vertical. So instead of this, it's this. Okay, then open your chest. You're like, oh gosh. Fingers point away from your body and then lift up your top leg. Who's already unhappy here? Hand comes behind your head. Good, and you can take a neck break anytime you need to. Here we go. So lower and lift your top leg. So inhale and exhale. Can you close your rib cage? Inhale and exhale. Yep. Inhale and exhale. It gets better. Top elbow points to the ceiling. You have 10. Inhale, exhale. Feel your hip working, feel your rib cage closed. So inhale and exhale. Good. Point your elbow up. Inhale, reach. You've got 3 more. Inhale and exhale. You know I can't count to 10. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Anybody feel their hip? Exhale, take a knee break if you need to, and then stay at the top. Good. Now this time your leg kicks forward. So we inhale, heel to the front. I know. And exhale, toe to the back. So inhale, heel to the front. Exhale, toe to the back. Who's like, these are horrible. Inhale, so your leg stays as parallel to the ground as possible. Exhale. Yep, get yourself into a better position. Inhale, heel. Exhale, reach back. You've got 5 more. Inhale, and then exhale. How stable can you keep your other hip? So inhale, heel. Exhale, point. 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Oh, I love these. Inhale, heel. They are not easy. Exhale. You've got 2 more to go. Heel front. Exhale, squeeze your butt. Try to keep your leg parallel. Point your elbow to the ceiling. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and then bring your legs back in. I see everybody like falling to the ground on that. How did that feel? How about we just do the other side? What do you say? Okay, so let's switch to the other leg. I'm going to double my mat a little bit more. No, you're here. So we start here in this regular kneeling position. One leg will be vertical, other leg will be out to the side lateral. Good. Square. Okay. So pop your hip over to the side just a bit. So you feel your hip pushing over toward the straight leg side. That wouldn't come out right. Good. I'm going to put my mic down. And then from there, your hip, and I've got one side that's a little bit more mobile than the other. You're probably noticing that already. Top leg comes up. So you're trying to form that straight line from your head all the way to your top foot. And then the other knee right underneath you. Hand comes behind your head. Lift your top leg. Good. Now we're just lowering and lifting. So inhale, lift, or lower, exhale, lift. So inhale, and you can keep your foot pointed. Exhale. So you feel the glute medius. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Yep. Elbow points to the ceiling and exhale. Who's just trying to get into the position? Inhale and exhale. Good. You got 5 more. Reach. Elbow points up, scooping, rib cage closed. Good. Point and lift. So make sure your knee points to the front of the room rather than to the ceiling. You've got 2 more to go because I can't count. Exhale, last one, inhale and exhale. Now flex your foot and let's kick to the front. So inhale, heel, and then toe to the back, exhale. Good. Inhale, heel to the front, and then exhale, reach back. How stable can you keep your pelvis and your spine? Exhale. Your leg is moving straight across the floor, and then exhale, point. Whose leg is dropping? Inhale and exhale. Can you point your elbow to the ceiling? Inhale, heel, exhale, point. We've got 4 more to go. Inhale, heel, exhale, point. Good. Inhale, heel, exhale, toe. 2 more to go. Inhale, reach, and exhale, and you've got 1 more, heel, and then point to the back, and then lower your knee to the floor. How did that feel? I know we've only got like a minute, but let's do 1 more. What do you say? 1 more. Give your hips a little stretch. I know. He's like, okay. So let's do 1 more exercise. And we did this last week just because I know it's so ab centric and I love doing it. So feet come down to the ground. Yep. Last one. Hands behind your knees for teaser. So first, sit up as tall as you can. Your feet can always stay down. Inhale, grow taller, and then exhale, sink down, sink down, sink down, sink down, sink down into the supine position. All right, so knees come to tabletop, hands on the outsides of your legs, legs together. Now, modification. So inhale, prepare. As you exhale, with a little momentum, press your legs into your hands and sit all the way up into a V. Try to get your spine straight. Yep, good. You're at the top. There's your inhale. Now exhale, roll down slowly 1 vertebrae at a time. And here we go again, same exact thing. Inhale, press into your legs. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. Feel that string pulling the top of your head to the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Now for more challenge, reach your arms over your body. Now make sure your rib cage stays down, shoulder blades stay down. You've got space between your ears and shoulders. Inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling, scoop. As you exhale, now tuck your chin. Roll yourself all the way up. He's like, all right, now spine is straight. Inhale, raise your arms only so high that you can see them. Good, so they're not behind you. Then exhale, roll down slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, and reach your arms behind you. We'll do that 1 more time, and then I'll add on just 1 variation. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin, look at your body, curl into a ball and sit all the way up. Try to keep your feet up. You're like, ooh. Inhale, raise your arms right there, shoulders down, scooping, lift your chest. And then exhale, roll down, sinking into your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Arms come back. Now, lengthen out your legs to the floor, which will help to stretch your hip flexors a bit. Yes. Okay. So legs are on the floor. Hopefully your legs are together. We will do 2 on each side and then you are done. Here we go. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Rib cage down. You might have space between your back and the floor, but your ribs are flat. Lift your head as you exhale. Lift your left leg off the floor. Who's good? And then roll yourself all the way up. Sit up, lift your chest. That's it. Inhale, raise your arms, shoulders down. Legs are parallel. Now exhale, lower yourself down. Try to get your foot on the floor first, then your shoulders and your head down to the ground. Other side. Inhale, arms up first. Exhale, lift your head, then your leg, and roll yourself all the way up. Lift your chest. Inhale, raise your arms and scoop. You can see your arms out of the corners of your eyes. Then exhale, start to roll down. Get your foot down first. Try to keep your legs straight, then lower your shoulders and your head. One more each side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift your head, then your leg. Curl. Who's like, I cannot get up any longer. Lift your chest. Inhale, arms up. Legs are parallel. Exhale, roll down. As you're rolling down, try to get your foot down on the floor, get your legs straight, press your knees into the floor, and reach your arms back as you exhale. Last one for the day. Inhale, arms up. Scoop. Rib cage down. Lift your head as you exhale first, then raise your leg. Press the other leg into the floor. Roll yourself up. That's it. Press the other leg down. Inhale, raise your arms up, shoulders down. So this bottom leg is straight. Yeah, top leg is straight. Then exhale, roll down. Try to get your feet down, your feet together, and then lower your shoulders and your arms as you exhale. And let yourself go at the bottom. So when you get down to the bottom, just let your feet open, let your legs open, let your arms open, let your ribs open. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, let everything go. Lovely. And I know we did work some hip flexors. So everybody come on up for just a moment and lean over to one side. We'll just do one more. And I know if you have to go, trust me, I totally get it. If you have to go for it. Don't stay if you have to leave. You're like, don't force yourself. But if you can stay for this one stretch, go for it. So bend your knees, grab onto your ankle and pull your leg back so you feel hip flexor stretch. Yeah, so you feel the hips and the quads, the front of your leg. Yes, and then swing yourself over to the other side. You're back down, grab onto your top leg, knees were in front, and then pull your leg back. That's it. And you can bring yourself up. And we are done. That is it. Thank you, everyone. Harder than last week, yes? It was like we didn't want harder.
Thanks, Abby.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The hip ones
we see you tomorrow?
hard.
I will be here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow
Excellent.
for Killer Booty and for Quickie Core right after.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Have a great day.